trefoil. It's a bit big for that though compared to the ones in my mum's garden. And this lovely little thing, I believe they're oxeye daisies. I think. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. And one little red campion all its own. I do seem to remember this road being particularly well endowed with flowers last time I came here, which was a while ago now. Speedwell. And meadow buttercup amongst the beasts of the nettles. Afternoon campers, how the devil are you? You join me in a little place called Chinley. You may remember many moons ago I actually did a birthday camp here at Chinley camping site, and very lovely they are too. £5 a night, very friendly, all the facilities provided. So they've got a space for me tonight. I'm going to test out my new system, a system which comprises of a hammock stroke bivvy bag and a tarp. Now after the last week we've had of scorching sun while I've been busy inside at work, I was hoping that this weekend the sun might just continue and hold out a little bit. I was hopeful this morning, but having arrived in Chinley, it's now starting to drizzle, and as you can see from the skies, it's looking rather glum. Now on birthday camps that I came in here on, I only stayed one night because it poured down. I was absolutely drenched, the tent was soaking wet, and it was a bit of a miserable do, and I think I got the last train back to Manchester, very downtrodden and pissed off with myself. However, I'm going to do my best to stay dry tonight and maybe go to the local pub and have a few beers so that the pain isn't quite as bad as it might be. This must have had some historical significance. Tall bar view. Interesting. And it also looks like it used to be a post office at some point. Opposite the bridge here that leads to Glossop and Hayfield. Come from Chinley on the left, the station, and heading up now towards the campsite. Some sort of, is that Jack by the Hedge? I can never remember. Look at the size of these clovers. Yeah, again, like the dandelions, they really have been enormous this year. Looks delicious. Also, can someone tell me, is that from a dandelion? Is it really that, have they been that big? It doesn't look like a dandelion kind of layout for these seeds. Looks like something much bigger. In this little plethora of wildflowers in the hedgerow here, look, there's even some thistles coming out there. Aren't they lovely? Beautiful colours of Scotland. Look over this wall. What a beautiful buttercup meadow they have here at Chinley Camping. Just going to explore this hedge down here because the really nice lady, can't remember her name, said I might, if I'm lucky, find a couple of trees for hammocking. Let's have a look. What a beautiful, delicately pink dog rose we have here. They're lovely, aren't they? Beautiful. Can you see where I've pitched? Bet you can't, can you? Anyway, we'll have a look in a minute. Meantime, seems to have been an extra toilet block added. I had them all to myself last time. Wonder what that is though. Looks a bit foreboding. I was actually, I did ask if they had anywhere that a couple of trees I could sling my hammock between, but I don't think, they're all very short and overgrown, the hedgerows and stuff around here. So I've pitched under great duress and a lot of stress. It's taken me an hour at least in the rain, which has now stopped, to pitch. But hopefully it will stay as it is and not collapse during the middle of the night. My camouflage 3x3 DD tarp with trekking poles, one at either end, one slightly higher, and the DD coyote brown hammock being used as a bivvy. I think I'm going to leave my stuff there and head to the pub. And just as I'm leaving, not yards from my abode, is this beautiful thing. I'm not sure if it's ladies' glove or foxglove, or whether those two things are the same thing. I'll find out later, I guess. Beautiful though, look at that. Look at them. We're going to head down the road now and up into the next valley and find that pub. Nice to see they've got some free-range chickens on this farm. That's nice, isn't it? They've obviously got a temporary electric fence around them, and they have a little peck around in there for a day or two, and then I guess they just move the fence to the next part of the field. And this is the buttercup meadow that I was waxing lyrical about earlier, and as I've mentioned on previous videos, how great it is to see that a lot of farmers now are leaving natural grasses to take over and create the meadows that produce all the huge variety of plants that are then ingested and become amazing eggs and meat and milk. And I guess it's healthier for the animals as well, to eat a wide variety, you know, like it is for us. Hello, chappy. You're an unusual breed, aren't you? Completely brown, completely rust-coloured brown. I've not seen that before. I think, in fact, your fellow mate over there is also the same breed. Nice to see that chickens are just roaming free. And look, just hiding in that frame over there. Pecking away naturally, you know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Oh yes, fantastic, I love it here. Oh, they look so healthy. Anyway, see you later, mate. Yeah, clock off now. Nice bit of common vets going on there. And is that bird's foot trefoil in the background lurking away? Hello guys. Also wild brambles just splurging themselves across the hedge here, and hiding away at the back some Herb Roberts. If I remember rightly. Yeah, it doesn't look so black. I was expecting a god-awful, sluggish, black, thick, horrible, polluted river, but it's nice. Look, these old, this mill building's been turned into flats. That's lovely. Little bridges going across. So look at the other side. It's only shallow. Oh yeah, that's nice. Shouldn't about a bit of rubbish over there, but nice little river. So as we turn away from the river now, and look at this. Look at this lovely, vibrant red. God knows what that is. It's only leaves, of course. Oh no, there are actually flowers. Wow, actually baby little flowers. Can you see them? Come on, focus, sugar. There you go. Tiny little things. What on earth are they? With like, I mean, it's almost like a little baby herb robert in a way. With bright red leaves and these big sacs, look. And it just caught my eye because it's, you know, compared to these sort of dull greens of the moss and the lichen on this wall. Beautiful little things they, aren't they? This little lane, if I remember correctly, and then we turn right across. It's got a special name. Is it even the Transpennine Bridleway or something like that? I can't remember. And if you can hear traffic in the background, I think that's the A6, which I think we'll have to go over or under at some point in a minute. What's this over here? Oh wow, look at that. Have you ever seen so many red campions? As far as the eye can see. That's just beautiful. They're usually such solitary plants. Lovely. And maybe that's a bit of milkmaids there as well behind it, look. Oh, glad I came out. I almost didn't come today. Yeah, I almost didn't come today. When it started drizzling with rain and you know, I was tired after finishing late from work last night or this morning, and I just thought, oh, should I not bother? It might rain, and I haven't really practiced setting up my tarp with my my new tarp with my new hammock stroke bivvy bag, and I wanted to give it a go though. You see, you know, unless you try, you don't know. I'd rather not go and do it in the car park to my block of flats downstairs. I'd rather do it somewhere where I know I don't look too stupid because it's a campsite. And it did take me quite a long while to get it set up, but fingers crossed it's going to work and it's going to hold up. It won't be too windy, and the rain won't come in sideways because there is a hole at the front. Things that I learned from doing it, next time I'll probably buy another tarp so that I've got a ground floor tarp that I can put down, and that just so when you're crawling around inside, your feet and your legs and everything else that you store inside is dry. It didn't take me long to get the actual tarp up itself, so if I had a ground sheet tarp, then I could get everything stashed away quick and then work on actually getting the hammock, the bivvy set up. So that's what I do better next time. Also, you know, learning how to where the loops are and the cords, and where I can maybe get some more pegs as well, because I think I'm at my limit of pegs. So lessons learned, and I'm looking forward to doing it again, and hopefully it won't fucking rain next time. So I was nearly right. It's the Peak Forest Tramway. Over 100 years ago, the quiet footpath in front of you was a tramway track, a railway with a difference. Here there was no hissing of steam. Instead, imagine the sound of horses' hooves and the rattle of wagons being pulled along the track known as the Peak Forest Tramway. Oh right, so it was for local lime quarries, to supply kilns, and right, okay. So that's what we're walking along. I'm guessing it used to actually continue that way. over just around the corner there. And today we follow it down here past what I seem to remember was a sewage works. Soon find out, I guess. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. So thankful to you, young man, for staying there so long so I can take it. Is that a chaffinch? Or is it one of the fancy looking tits? Excuse my French. Oh, you're staying there for ages, mate. Thank you so much, because you are beautiful. Goldfinch maybe, is it? Oh yeah, it's a poo, I don't care. You're beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, sewage works, it is indeed. You can probably just see through the trees there those big red soil things with the water jets spinning around like crop irrigators. I don't know what actually that does, but yeah, there we are. Doesn't smell. So we follow this ancient tramway along here. I'm surprised there's no tram line still here, but I guess they just dig them up, don't they? It's valuable metal, probably. Oh, look at that. It really is beautiful red Campion country. They're just so... The pink as well is just an unforgettable pink. And some more there. So glad you're doing well, chaps. Look at these horrible things. What are they? They are absolutely ginormous, and there's a whole bank of them here. I feel like I've stepped into a dinosaur park. They're huge, these things. What the hell are they? I mean, look at my size of my hand compared to the leaf. Look at that. Ginormous. If it rains, I'm going to nick one as a hat. This is nice. One of those plants that hits its hood, hangs its head. I love the variety of the pinks and the purples and the lilacs going on. I think that's called comfrey, but I might be wrong. Very popular with the bees by the looks of it, so I'm not going too close. Hello, you beautiful little cheeky chappy. Oh, you're a bit shy, aren't you? Lovely. Funny, I could easily pick you up, but I couldn't pick a slug up. Coming down this little path reminds me of probably the last time I came down here, which was my birthday, maybe not last year, the year before. I can't remember. My memory of which year things happened has been all sodded up by COVID and lockdowns and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, the last time I came down here, it had been a lovely week, sunny, glorious, and I thought, well, I'll go camping in Chinley. So I pitched my tent, and it was my birthday. I went for a little walk, and then thought I'd go to the pub the next evening for my birthday or something like that, to celebrate my birthday with a nice pub meal. And as soon as I got there, it started absolutely hammering it down like you wouldn't believe. So not only was I disappointed because it was raining, but I was also disappointed because it was COVID, and for some stupid reason they were serving all of their quite posh meals in cardboard boxes, and I had to sit outside and in one of the few dry places under an awning, eating eating a high-class meal out of a cardboard box with a knife and fork, and I was absolutely bedraggled by the time I got back, walked along this path back home, and quite a little bit tipsy. But I just, the thought of crawling into my tent, which was probably really damp, because I hadn't actually properly sealed it at the time, and had leaked everywhere, and the skies had leaked all over me on the journey back to the tent, and I just thought, sod it. And I looked at the National Rail website and saw that I still had a chance to get one last train back from Chinley to Manchester. So before you could say abracadabra, I'd packed my tent, all sopping wet, into my bag, packed it all up, just shoved it all in, and almost ran all the way, it's about a mile down to the train station, and caught the last train home, and spent it at least in a warm, dry flat. But yeah, disappointing birthday, and I thought maybe today was going to turn out a little bit like that, because we have had, as I said earlier, some really nice weather for a week while I've been cooped up in work. And then the very day I come to Chinley, I've not seen Chinley in glorious sunshine. I'd so like to see it, because it's such a lovely place, nestled here just east of the Great Valley and west of the main body of the Pennines. And yeah, who knows, cross my fingers, I might get a good walk tomorrow. Gargantuan this year, I keep on about it, but have you ever seen, I mean, I haven't got really huge hands, but have you ever seen stinging nettles that big? I mean, these are humongous things. Going off the side of the path here, but you know, they are very tall, but look at the size of these leaves. They're ginormous. Absolutely, I mean, they're like bigger than my feet. It's incredible. Must be something to do with the weather we've had this year or something. Or a mild winter perhaps. Right, I think this is where the tramway does continue on the other side of this road that we're approaching now. And I will have to, as I say in all my videos, I'm going to explore that path one day. I'm sure I'll get round to it, but in the meantime, we're heading to the pub, which I can never remember the name of, which means turning left. Hopefully, it'll be open, touch wood. And the two pubs actually right next to each other, owned by the same company, I think. And be able to get a couple of pints. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? That's it. Comes back to me now, the old Hall Inn. Lovely little lanes down here. Fine country for sale. I wonder how much that is. Is that all part of this same building, do you think? Rock cottages? Oh no, that's Kirk Barn with the little doorway. And this one here, God, that doorknob reminds me of Jacob Marley, doesn't it? In what was it called? Not Oliver Twist. The Christmas Carol, was it? Yeah. So you go up there, just round the corner up there, and there's the other pub. Just literally there where that chap's coming out. And this is a lovely old building here, isn't it? Wonder how long it's been here. And I tend to come down the side here when it's sunny, sit outside. I might do that. Because the sunrise is attempting to manifest itself. It's weird, isn't it? How you focus in and it sort of becomes clearer. The light adjusting itself, I guess. You zoom in, zoom out again, and it all sort of amalgamates like the head of the Sphinx almost. Anyway, Old Hall Inn. Let's see if they do Guinness. I fancy Guinness. And it was under this awning last time where it was pouring down that I sat in that corner eating my soggy birthday dinner. Anyway, let's go. So that's obviously what it used to look like. You can only see me, can't you? Ah. And but that's a nice, interesting one, isn't it? Down the nearly the Chinley Junction down there, with the steam train and the old-fashioned cars. That's a nice picture, that. And what's that then? That can't be Chinley Station. Can't be Chinley, can it? I'm curious about that now. Gonna have to find out. It looks so much different now. It's only got the central platform and a waiting area in the middle and a bridge, or a footbridge, going over. Don't think that's Chinley. So it's nice to be back here, folks, under different circumstances, and cheers to you all. And a year and a bit later, I finally made it back here when it wasn't raining so much. Still a bit drizzly earlier. And unfortunately, although I think the sun might be setting quite grandly, the seats behind me out in the open are all wet. But I might go and have a look at the sunset in a bit. What time will it be? About 9 o'clock usually, isn't it? It's just 8:10. So I'll have a cigarette, enjoy some Guinness, and watch the world go by. So, a couple of lights down at the Old Hall Inn. Very popular out the back there as well. Food finishes at 9 in both these places, and now, by means of magical... Oh, look at that sunset. That's beautiful. In fact, I'm going to go and sit outside the thing that's in front of me now, which is this place, the Paper Mill Inn, owned by the same person, the same company, and get a pint of Guinness in here, maybe. Look at the sunset. Walking back to the pub. The thing that I'm looking forward to most is getting back to my little tent thing and getting these clothes off and getting some warm clothes on. I'm also looking forward to Terry's chocolate orange, which will be my pudding for the night, and hopefully a good night's sleep. Can't see anything. Morning campers. How the devil are you? Not as delicate as I thought I would be this morning. It's a bit nippy, bit of a cold night. It didn't rain, thankfully, during the night. But I did wake up quite a few times, and especially this morning, I woke up to find myself both poles, walking poles, had collapsed, and so therefore the tarp had completely enveloped me, and due to my condensation, I'm guessing it was very wet inside, so the hammock bivvy and the tarp just completely collapsed around me. So need to work on that for next time. Get some extra guy ropes or something to hold it upright better. But it's a nice bright, slightly sunny day, and a brisk walk now back to the pub where I was last night. Try and clear some of the cobwebs, and I'm looking forward to getting home and getting everything dried out and having a proper night's sleep tonight. So right now I'm going back down the old tramway with everything packed up on my back, to see if the pub will do me some breakfast, and then I've got the trauma of getting home by train with the shit train service that we have. I mean, Sundays are never the best day to travel anyway, but right now in the UK there's imminent strikes going on, walkouts, and trains being cancelled due to lack of staff and all sorts of other things, other reasons. And so the next train from Chinley home, because other ones have been cancelled, is around 12 o'clock. So what I might have to do is, after breakfast, if I can get some, walk over to Chapel on the Thrift, which is a bit of a good trek up a hill, and the trains are a little bit more often down there, but we'll see what time it is. If I manage to get some breakfast with what time it is, and then walk down to Chinley from there. Anyway, a bit knackered, so I'm gonna probably leave you here. Other things that I noted was that I still need to keep working on reducing my pack weight, so I'll probably need to replace the old airbed that I've got with a lighter one, a more modern one that actually blows up a bit more too, a bigger one probably, and just keep working on reducing that weight, because it's quite a lug, and if I'm going to do something like the coast to coast, then carrying this for 15-20 miles a day is going to absolutely kill me. What else? I also need to think about different ways that I can get the tarp set up, because probably, in all honesty, last night I would have been better, instead of doing like a tent formation, just putting the tarp up like a roof, if you like, using the tent poles and pegging it down that way, and then sleeping underneath would have given me more space, because I did find that I didn't really have that much space inside. And the other thing is, with using walking poles as tent poles, essentially in the middle of the tarp. You're then restricted to where you can put your hammock. So that's obviously what happened, and I knocked it over with my feet or something during the middle of the night. Oh, and Chinley Camping, if you're watching, thanks for being such gracious hosts and providing me with a patch to put me to sleep in for the night. And I was up 5, it's now 7 in the morning. Obviously it's Sunday, I didn't want to bang on the door and wake you up, so the £5 will be put in the post as soon as I get home. Thanks.